What's happening, YouTube fam? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at you with another reaction video. You guessed it, we're jumping back up into some Upchurch vlogs. The title of this one is, in 2014, I snapped a clear picture of the famous TicTac UFO. I'm not 100% familiar with the TicTac UFO, but I'm sure he will talk about it and tell us about it. So, yeah, man, that's pretty dope if you caught a fucking UFO. Like, I've never seen one firsthand myself. I've seen a lot of pictures, a lot of video, but I believe in them, obviously, especially with that fucking Pentagon release. But yeah, let's go ahead and just jump up in it.
Microphone check 1 2. The other day, somebody asked me, have you ever seen a UFO before? I noticed you draw pictures of aliens all the time. The answer is yes, I have seen a UFO. I seen a UFO that was shaped just like the one the whole world knows about now, before the whole world knew. So you know the famous TicTac video we all seen on Joe Rogan, where the guy from the Air Force is explaining this little fella.
Yeah.
Anybody who's into UFOs or is a frequent Joe Rogan watcher has seen that UFO before. So this was like 2014, 2015, literally right before I actually got popular. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Me and the girl I was with at the time are riding down Highway 12 in my blue Tahoe. And we're just cruising, listening to the radio. And I look up. And when I look up in the sky, we both see it. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, is that an airplane? She's like, I don't think so. I was like, well, maybe it's like a drone or something. It's too big to be a drone. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna pull over. So I pulled over. We pulled over into Vantage Point Apartments on Highway 12. And I pull up. It's still sitting there hovering like over this fucking hilltop. We whip it up into the parking lot real quick. And I get out and I'm just looking. And it's just sitting there, not making no noise. I mean, as big as it looked, it was far away, but it was like ginormous. Like, if it was that far away and that big in my vision, that thing had to be huge as fuck, right? And I was like, what am I doing? I gotta get a picture of this thing. So I reach into the Tahoe, I grab my phone, I take a picture of it. I take a couple pictures of it. And after I take the picture, I look down at the phone. I'm like, holy shit, I got it on camera. And I look up and it's gone, bro. It's gone. So one, if you think I got this picture from anywhere else, please have at it. Go try to find this photo anywhere else. You're not gonna find it. 2, if you think this is made by me or a fake photo, go get a professional to look at this photo. Because guess what? Any professional in the world is going to tell you this photo is not fake. So here's the photo as I took it. The next photo I'll show you is the one zoomed in, but check this out.
Yo.
Now let's zoom in a little farther.
Damn, bro.
Now let's zoom in a little farther.
Mariachi.
Hell, why not a little further?
Now you just fucking around, bro.
Now let's put the one I caught on camera and the one the Air Force caught on camera beside each other.
Looks about the same.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. How did seeing it make me feel? Well, I was kind of freaked out that
Yo, I will say this, though. Like, you definitely caught something that looks similar, if not the same one. But I kind of think of it the same way as we have a shit ton of F-15s, we have a shit ton of F-16s, F-22s, whatever, like planes. So, and no, I'm not saying it's not real. What I'm saying is they probably have a shit ton of the same UFO, like same fucking spaceship. Like, wouldn't doubt it.
just let me take a picture of it. Because on some real shit, like, sitting there looking at it, it was like a, oh, whoa feeling. The only way I can explain what you feel like when you see something like that, whatever that is you don't understand the physics of it. You know, we grow up throwing baseballs, right? So, like, you know what the motion of throwing a baseball is. So you can throw a baseball 10,000 different ways. You still identify it as someone throwing a baseball because it's just a regular movement, right? Same thing with a plane. When you see a plane, you know, that's a...
Already thinking ahead here, like, dude, there's a lot of things we just don't comprehend. It's kind of like we can't comprehend God. Well, human beings really don't have much of an understanding of things as a whole. Like, we are far from knowing everything. Just like as I've gotten older, I look at the medical field and I'm like, we really don't know jack shit in the medical field overall. Like, we still don't understand how our brain works, other than it's a bunch of electrical signals. Yeah. There's also something called a cannabinoid system for those of you who don't do anything with weed or cannabinoids, CBD, any of that shit. Like, I know very little about it, and I know that there's a very small understanding in the industry about it because of legalization. But, like, there's a shit ton of... That's just a little rabbit hole we could dive down. But my point is, we don't know jack shit about medical. We don't know jack shit about science. There's constantly shit that we're learning and developing and changing, and so help me God if any of you go, yeah, flat earth. Like, I don't believe that. The amount of work that they would have to go through to hide that idea when we fly everywhere. I've flown numerous times, thousands of times. Yeah, when you work all over the country, at a certain point, I'm pretty sure I hit at least 1,000. To fake what we're seeing out the window would be next to impossible. To get all the people that have ever flown planes, you know, the anti-gravity, I'm diving down another rabbit hole, skip it. But the point is, like, we just don't know shit. I could go and choose another topic and dive down that rabbit hole, but I'm not going to. Just pick whatever the fuck you want to pick, and I'm pretty sure you can go, yeah, there's a lot more we need to learn about it. Like a pencil or a screw or anything. Like, you pick that and be like, oh, this is what we know about it. Well, actually, if we start diving into it, there's this or there's that, there's that, there's that. Dude, we just don't know jack shit. What I will say, though, is what he's talking about with the physics thing. The interesting thing is, if you guys don't know about Bob Lazar, like, besides just the name, like actually knowing about what he claimed and everything, the spaceships operate off of, like, matter / gravity manipulation. It moves shit around it, like kind of what he was saying. I learned a lot of that from Joe Rogan and him having professional scientists that tell you about it.
Plane, it's moving like a plane. When you see something like this, it's like your brain kind of shits itself. It's like it doesn't understand what is going on. Because even if a plane is super far away, one, it's in motion. Two, it's still making that noise. Yeah, this fucking thing wasn't making any noise. It wasn't moving, fam. It wasn't budging at all. It was long enough for me to take a picture. So yeah, you can criticize the picture all you want in the comments. I don't know what to tell you. I've never seen an illuminated fucking glowing disc just hovering at night, so...
Oh, correction. Actually, on the way to work, over towards Bennett, Colorado, heading eastbound, so you got the sunrise coming up. This is early in the morning, right as the sun's peeking through. And there was this weird thing, and nobody thought anything of it at work, and I wasn't, like, freaking out. It was just weird anomalies. Like, very weird. And mine is probably fairly explainable, whereas his is at night, so reflection is out of the question unless we're talking the moon, but the moon wouldn't cause super bright reflection. But in my case, like, no joke, it was almost like planes coming in. But they just had a odd fucking strong gleam. And if you're thinking planes are coming in on the horizon, this is the part that don't make me... Okay. Start over. Go back. Bunch of glowing things that look like the shape of a plane in a distance almost. Like, it's so far away you can't quite tell what the object is yet. This is right as you're getting the reddish, orangish, yellowish changing of the sky. as the sun comes up. The sun's not quite up yet. It's also overcast, so there's cloudiness to it. So this is lighting through cloudiness. I tried to get pictures. Let's see if I can pull it up right quick. Okay, yeah. So I can kind of describe from what I'm seeing here. Unfortunately, my camera didn't catch any of these fucking dots, but nonetheless, it still gives me the chance to... God, all my pictures are trash. Anyway, so, like I said, we have the orangish, yellowish, reddish start of the sky. It's just a ribbon. The sky's already blue above it, but inside the orange, there was like these lit up, significantly lit up. I mean, you're already getting the color change of the sunrise, and you can see a difference, like drastic yellow-white dots, like probably 5 or 6 of them. Similar to how, like, if planes were coming in on a low rise. Those of you who aren't around a big city might not know what I'm talking about, but those of you who are, DIA, Denver International Airport's close by, and DIA would fucking have planes coming in. Like, when I worked there, it was just, you could see them all over the sky. Anyway, so these glowing dots, in my case, my thought process is, if we're to explain it, they could be planes coming in, although we're fairly far from DIA, and there's no other airports in this general vicinity that I'm aware of. They're all 20 miles behind me, so it's fairly low for these objects to be flying. And what I'm thinking is, if they were planes, then maybe the sun would be hitting them and they would be glaring at me. But keep in mind, the sun is way the fuck behind them. So for the reflection to come at me would be a really fucking weird angle. But yeah, so that's my little coming down the highway on the way to work, and yeah. But nothing so much as to say, oh, it's a UFO. They're just objects, well, I guess technically unidentified flying object. But for me, I'm like, oh, maybe. And if so, holy fuck, that was a lot of them. But I'm just kind of curious, like, what caused the sky to light up like that? But yeah, this was a really long detour telling you about my UFO experience. But let's go jump back up into Church's thing.
There's nothing fake about this story. There's nothing fake about the photo. That's all I can say. If you want to hear about the second time I seen a UFO, which was last month with Kansas Rebel Man in the middle of a big fucking national park, by the way, I'll tell that story. Hell, I'll tell it with him. But yeah, this is the photo of the TicTac. Before anyone knew about the TicTac.
Cool. Fucking cool shit, man. Yeah, I'm not going to make this video any longer giving you extra analysis. I already threw a lot of side notes in there. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Go ahead and hit that like button down below. Y'all help the Wisco Madman out. Ugh. Sorry, excuse me, guys. Go ahead and throw me a comment down below. Let me know if there's other shit you'd like me to check out. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Maybe we can keep some interesting shit going in the comments. Tell me about your UFO experiences. Always down to learn about them. Hear different stories. And hit that subscribe button. Keep up to date with me by hitting that notification bell. Check me out on Twitter. I love to shit post on Twitter and just random thought things and share things. I always like to share things when I find them, like retweets and shit. So resharing different things I hear either from Russell Brand or anybody, Joe Rogan, and whatever I happen to come across where I'm like, damn, people should hear about this. That's the kind of shit that I share on Twitter. Instagram, I got puppy pictures, adventure pictures, whatever, like project pictures, like I was working on an epoxy headboard. By the way, almost done. I'm going to sand it as soon as I'm done making some of these videos here. And yeah, I got Facebook, but I kind of boycotting that. I don't really give a fuck about Facebook anymore. Rumble, gonna learn it eventually here. And Clapper, opinion pieces, adventure videos, whatever. Just that's my video platform. Instagram's kind of my picture platform. There you have it. Thank y'all for watching. This has been your boy Wisco Batman. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.